Ranked gameplay has a sad reality to it because sometimes the people who don't normally queue the competitive mode, they feel forced into doing so because of their death after death after death. And my name's Ragtag, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and today I'm going to show you the sad reality of ranked. And it all started off with a hot drop. But Ragtag, this isn't even a ranked game! Patience, friend. It will be, for every tale has a beginning, and this was mine. But also shut your mouth and buckle up your seatbelt because this ride was absolutely wild! This was my breaking point, but I was tired of losing. I wanted a real game with real tension and real teammates who would stick it out no matter their fate. And it happened in Gold 4. It took us to market, but footsteps were close. In our team we had a Valkyrie and the Wraith, so as long as we kept a good formation, we stood a good chance of winning our first encounter, and I had chosen the super mobile character from my homeland Scotland, Horizon.
Reloading. He went straight down. Richard.
The gunfire from across the way could have been another squad because the activity was still right in front of those market doors. Wraith was ready to face our enemies head on, but Valkyrie had other ideas.
I'm taking shots. Recharging the shields.
Ooh, it's good, you know?
Taking fire.
Don't be us. Don't be us.
That rampage was terrifying at mid-range, so thank goodness for a shield swap, but we needed a gap closer.
Just a sec. Hold up. Healing. Need shields.
I think someone's targeting me. The ring's close.
Someone on top of that building. It'd be so satisfying for a thermite to land and burn the soles off their shoes.
Slinging thermite.
But of course it didn't. Wait, it actually did. Well, in that case, prepare to meet the gutter tier.
Eye sharp. The ring's near and closing in 30.
Wait, I can explain, guys. My monitor stopped working and my pants spontaneously combusted while the molecular structure of my table became unstable. It was all just like it's a bad time, alright? I don't want to talk about it.
Spot a bother. Me and you are down.
Yeah, right, well, whilst I had plenty of excuses, my teammates needed none. They got the job done. Nine squads left, we found ourselves in the rivers and Valkyrie fired their rockets.
Why?
I guess they had a gutter tier moment, which made me feel a little bit better about what just happened in that last fight, but running through bunker was about to completely change the trajectory of this match, and I had to redeem myself.
This need to pick me up.
Taking fire.
There's another squad attacking. Bad boys are firing. Reloading. Killed an enemy. Shields recharging. I can't activate my abilities.
Charging over here.
Listen, let's move here. Getting shot at.
I fled the Revenant on the high ground, but their hunger was too great to let me slip away. Fortunately, chasing me meant running right in front of the bunker doors, so they got clipped. Allow me to return the favour, Valkyrie, and become your protector.
Reloading. Bandit down.
tried to loot quickly, but more squads arrived.
Shooting at me.
Firing. Heavy over. Maybe loot here.
Hold up. Healing.
Another stuck behind us, right? Let's run, let's
Pulling the trigger.
They are going to get found the road. Nice run.
Voice dropping. Down.
Not to be pernickety dears, but the ring's on the move and we're not inside her yet.
We chose to push the bunker, but Wraith chose west towards the ring, and round 2 closing, this was not a recovery mission that would make much sense, but Valkyrie still wanted to try. Also, they were being spectated by our Wraith, and whatever they saw caused some kind of shift in their relationship dynamic.
Firing.
My God, what you have your ultimate, my friend.
He was right, Valk's ultimate could work here. We could ban a recovery, that is, unless they decided to stay and fight that incoming squad.
Under fire.
Close the door.
Shield.
Need some help here.
Indecision cost us all this game, and the safety of the zone,
We've got another squad.
it didn't exist.
Need a wee recharging my shield.
Morgan was clearly unhappy with whatever he saw transpire with the Valkyrie and bunker, but it didn't matter now because ranked gameplay is about those points, and you have to squeeze as many of them as you can out of every game. But Morgan wasn't done with Valkyrie just yet.
Look how they use his ultimate.
Heal it up.
Oh my God, my friend, you have YouTube, you can watch. And learn.
Well, now it was down to me to take this game home, and Valkyrie had had enough as well, leaving me truly alone. So with nobody to impress, I'd follow the ring to the next round, and if anyone was waiting for me this time, I'd not be running away again. No, we'd be giving our enemies the shock of their lives. Funny how gold ranked games have been getting tougher recently, as you have to fight for scraps at the table of these ranked points, but the game before this was even harder, and that was in silver of all places. A squad challenged our claim to the Overlook Hill, and I had a less than ideal loadout to face them with. We'd have to use the Mozambique here, and worse than that, Lifeline got downed. Wraith also down, we needed this revive to fight whoever was left. An R99 with 20 bullets does more for me than an infinite supply of heavy ammo for the 30-30, which I am completely useless with. Take that, Loba, but before we could recover Wraith's banner, we were set upon again. But this time, I had a plan. Left you a present down there, boys? A horizon nade! Well, we pushed our luck here, so it was time to leave and finally respawn our Wraith. But light ammo was dangerously low, and the sound of a nearby battle for once made me hope that it didn't spill over to this zone, at least until I got geared up. But then I heard the sound of this game going straight down the toilet, and that came in the form of a jump pad. You think you're getting away from me, do you, Octane? I thought you wanted to fight. Well, the fight has come to you, my friend. Ow. Ow. Yeah, you can come back later, that's fine.
Shields recharging.
Frag out.
Right, out to here.
Taking damage.
That wee picked me up.
Need to recharge the shield.
you look at this right now and think, yeah, Ragtag, you're doomed. GG, better luck next time. Right? Wrong!
Got our pal's banner.
My adversaries chased me like a paparazzi chasing a payday, but we'd come too far to get our souls sucked out of this lobby. Lifeline back in the game, but our Wraith was lost forever, leaving it down to the two of us to deliver compensation for Wraith in the form of some ranked points for them instead. Then, if you were ever in any doubt as to just how bad my vision is, take a look at this next beautiful moment that made me wonder if perhaps I should just stop playing this game and go for turn-based strategy games instead. Fuse obliterated my shields and I would be completely out of cells after recharging. Resources were low in general and we needed their loot. Lifeline led the hunt and I followed. Then I heard footsteps. They didn't sound like a fuse.
Enemy rather close.
A rogue Octane provided us with all that we needed. Now with 4 squads left, one of them being us, we could make a triumphant comeback, and seeing Lifeline take the empty purple, I started to think about sharing out the loot so that we could plan our next... Oh.
Singularity deployed. 90 car keys. Grenade deployed. Toss to their right. Shot at. Grenade. Here's a pick-me-up, pals.
It was the fuse, but this time he wasn't alone. I had to go on the run again as I simply couldn't risk a 1v2 at this point, or worse, a 1v3. Our only option was to wait for a favourable moment, but I hadn't given up on my teammate just yet. I refused to rat this game out to the end, at least by myself. It was time for a sneaky recovery mission. Wraith didn't believe. After all they'd invested in terms of time, they absolutely should have, because if Ragtag runs outside the ring for a resurrection, you should definitely pay attention.
Time to bake some scones. Eyes to the skies.
With us finally at full strength, I wanted to take a look inside the incoming care package to try and even the odds, and hope that we would be the first to arrive, but with the way my luck had been going, of course that just simply wouldn't happen.
Wanna see my singularity? Reload.
Reloaded. Just giving him my shield.
Shoot at me. Reload. Gone. Reloading.
Ouch! Well, there may have been a craver on the field, but I wanted to stick with my super aggressive R99 and alternator loadout, which was just as well, because finally we found ourselves on the right side of a fight. That's one that had absolutely nothing to do with us, which is the best time to get involved.
The ring's near and closing in 30. Reloading. 10 seconds. Grenade!
Go back.
The ring's closing and we
So there we go. The sad reality of ranked is, of course, that you have to play it in the first place to get teammates that are going to stick around after the first fight. And more than that, the tactics you have to resort to so that you can climb in any meaningful way whatsoever. And to be honest, I don't bother with ranked much these days. I just breeze into platinum every season and then quit. Okay, right, breeze is a strong word. I'd say I get carried by the occasional gust of wind and then PP into said wind for the rest of it until I get lucky. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Take it easy. Catch you in the next one. Later.